Hey, hello everyone, JayborinoPlays here. I have something very special to share with you today. This is the Antioch Chronicles Remastered, Episode 3, Thoughts and Chaos, which is a continuation of the original Antioch Chronicles 19 years ago, created for the original StarCraft. It was a custom campaign. And what's even cooler is that the script for this was written in collaboration with Auspex Turmalis and Zeus Legion, who created the original Antioch Chronicles Episodes 1 and 2 way back in the day. So there are two interludes to start this off with, and these were meant to be viewed in between the original two Antioch Chronicles episodes. So if you're unfamiliar with the story of Antioch, I highly encourage you to either go play the original Antioch, play Antioch Remastered in StarCraft 2, or watch my playthrough of Antioch Remastered. I'll put a link in the description of my playthrough, as well as where you can download Thoughts and Chaos. I do not want to rehash the entire story. It's not that it's super convoluted or anything, but there's just a lot that's going on with a lot of different characters, and it would be time-consuming to catch everyone up. I just encourage you to catch yourselves up if you're unfamiliar, just so that we can get started here and go into better times. I have not even entered any of these, so I have no idea what to expect. Is there like a start mission? I assume it's this? Written to be viewed between Psionic Storm and Negative Suns, these short vignettes give background on several characters. Well, that's exactly what we're looking for. So this was meant to be played between Episode 1 and Episode 2. Yes, certainly. Let us get started. We can make some comments on the characters as we go along here. I see Mox and Gurney. Those two fellows are in Protoss jail right now because Trench revealed to Turmalis that they were being manipulated by Mox and Gurney. And then Moloch is a Dark Templar. Trench is a Terran mercenary.
Hey, what are you having?
Huh?
Haven't heard of that one. Hey, Angel, get this guy another I'll have the usual. I'm Haley. What's your name? If you say, I'm walking away.
Maintain your guard, Moloch. You attack too brashly.
And your timidity will be your undoing.
Please forgive me for interrupting. Master Jipok requires your presence at an emergency meeting of the Conclave.
This does not bode well.
Indeed.
So that's from way in the past. I assume that's pertaining to Severak.
Well, this sucks.
Tell me about it, mate.
All of that work just to end up back where we started.
Only this time we're getting paid less and getting what must be the worst posting in the galaxy.
Actually, I had an idea about that. So what do you think? It's crazy, but if Mad Dog's right, we'll be rich.
He's as mad as a cut snake, Gurney. It's completely loony.
I just said that.
And what about this broker bloke? Guy that high up the food chain sounds like someone you don't want to piss off if you aim to keep on breathing.
Nobody's seen him in months. He's probably dead. Why else would he abandon a base like this? It'll be perfect, Charlie. We'll be a stone's throw away.
We're gonna need an army to break into a place like that.
With Mad Dog's boys and these chuckleheads, we've got an army.
Right, a bunch of burned out ghosts and deadbeat stim junkies.
Hey, don't forget the scientists.
The guy's crazy enough to want to be on that planet?
All directly under your command. Come on, Charlie.
Oh, I'm gonna regret this.
So I think that's supposed to explain how they ended up on Char in the first place in Episode 1.
You were so scared. It was like you'd never spoken to a woman before.
It was all an act, perfectly designed to lure you in.
Well, nicely done, smooth operator. 6 months is a hell of a lot longer than I've stuck around with anyone else.
Speaking of, I've been thinking. 6 months is a long time to keep switching apartments. So,
Go on.
why don't you move in?
Trent, I love you.
You do?
Of course I do, but I'm not moving in with you. On the other hand, you'd be more than welcome to move in with me.
For centuries, we have been consumed by petty jealousies and backbiting. No more. The decadence of the Protoss must come to an end. What I have done in Jelkalas is but a glimpse of the future.
We have received no further communication from Teros.
But what of Jelkalas?
Our observers arrived there moments ago. Behold what Severak has wrought. The city has been leveled. We fear what he intends next.
This is madness. We must stop him.
The Conclave agrees. Will you lead the attack, Japok?
I would be honored.
It's the job of a lifetime, Trent.
Working for the Combine?
Better than the Confederacy, isn't it?
Marginally.
Look, it's not like we're calling it quits. Each dig is only 6 months.
Only?
And we'll talk all the time, I promise. But I can't pass this up.
It won't be the same.
Of course not, but it'll still be great. And hey, I was thinking,
Really?
maybe when I get back.
If you say,
When I get back, maybe we get married?
Gurney,
Yeah, boss?
I'm going to kill you.
Not if the Zerg get me first.
Fair point. Don't worry, mate. I've got your back.
That's not very reassuring under the circumstances. Look, we're almost there. They call it Mount Midnight. It'll be the perfect base. It's...
If you say too easy, I really will kill you.
Antaro Adun, children of the Conclave. Are you ready to confess your sins and embrace redemption?
You are mad, Severak. The only sin I see is the genocide you have brought upon our brothers. Your acolytes have been captured and will soon face justice. Your reign of terror is over. Surrender now.
I have already surrendered, Japok. Like you and the other members of the Conclave, I once waged a tireless war on our own people. Our schemes and machinations driving out the very things that once made us great. No more. Our purity has been tainted, but the taint can be expunged. We can be redeemed. Our fallen brothers shall be born anew, free of their sins. Purity awaits.
The eyes! You monster! How dare you profane their sacrifice with this puppetry? This ends now, with my blade in your throat and your heart in my hand.
Oh, okay, right into the next one then. 3 short scenes telling the stories of Moloch, Kurt, Broker, and Nanath Tyradun. So we found Nanath Tyradun at the Temple of Japak. I think, wasn't it Tyradun that killed Japak, if I understand? Like, he was forced to become an Archon by Nanath. We might get some more details here.
I once lived for ire, but now, not even my death, or 1,000 others, can stop the homeworld from burning to ashes around us.
Word from Zeratul, Master. He and Aldaris have ordered the evacuation of Ire.
And so the Conclave's arrogance has finally come home to roost.
Shall we withdraw, Master?
No, our mission remains. We travel to Antioch.
Hundreds of thousands of credits? Years of research? Gone? How is this possible?
I don't know, sir. The dampening field should have crippled those Protoss vessels.
And their Terran allies?
Sir, I'm really not the right person to ask. Perhaps Commander Smith.
You deserve this fate. Silence, Phantom. Centuries of imprisonment are nothing compared to the horrors you have wrought. Impossible! At last, the hour of my master's vengeance is at hand.
Sir, it seems that the Psi Cocoon's dampening field was, well, dampened.
This should not be possible. Who else possesses this level of technology?
Well, sir, that's the thing. We've been up for 2 days straight trying to figure this out. There's only one place the Protoss could have gotten this technology.
From us.
Yes, sir. Remember how we thought we lost Mount Midnight to the Zerg? It looks like that wasn't quite true.
We managed to get a team inside the facility. The computers were wiped, but we did recover this.
A Terran strike force escorting a probe within the walls of Mount Midnight. I want to know who this man is.
Dig. Soon we shall be cleansed of sin and made anew. For purity. No! Stand down, children of the Conclave. Embrace oblivion.
Master, we are receiving a transmission. The Temple of Japak is under attack.
Ignore it. Let it fade into oblivion, along with Japak's memory.
Yes, Master. What are your orders?
We will begin construction of a new temple here, in the province of Sion.
Master, why have you not told him of Nanath treachery?
The Judicator embraces the Archon as if he were Kas himself.
You believe that they are in league?
Perhaps. He could simply be a pawn, or a fool. Either way, he is above all else a child of the Conclave, his mind clouded by their narrow doctrine. We know too well the destruction his kind has visited upon those that dare to think for themselves.
What shall we do, Master?
We wait. If he proves untrustworthy, we dispose of him.
Understood.
I'm looking for this man. I believe you know him.
Nah, never seen him before in my life. Oh.
Look again, or I'll have him shoot something important.
Borno. That's Borno.
Tell me about this Borno.
He's ex-military, I think. Heard him talking about it once.
Ex-military?
Yeah, him and his buddy in the Goliath. That one goes by Gurney.
Miss Smith, pay this one, and put a bounty on this Borno individual. I want him alive.
Where is your overmind now, Cerebrit? So much for Zerg immortality.
Immortality? Yes. Tell me more. Kalatu. Yes, Master.
Prepare a shuttle. We travel to Antioch.
Nanoth Tyradun has escaped from Japok's prison.
How is this possible?
Judicator Turmalis has told me of a psionic dampening field recently discovered on Ire. Its mere presence has disrupted psionic communication and shields across the entire province.
Including his cell within the Temple of Japok.
Indeed.
Tell me of this Judicator. Can he be trusted?
That remains to be seen. He may be under the Archon's influence.
What do you suggest?
A test.
And if he fails your test?
Oblivion.
I think that's catching us right up. This is filling in a lot of the gaps. And like I mentioned, I really can't take the time to talk about every piece of the puzzle up until this point, but I get the impression... This should take us back to the mission launcher. Yeah, so we've completed these. This is a neat mission launcher like this. So this clearly uses bank data. I'm wondering how that's going to end up working. But it's filling in those gaps. And I think ultimately the whole goal here is to make it clear like it was Nanoth Tyradun the whole time. Which I think he was pretty suspicious from the get-go. Moloch obviously knew something about him that Turmalis did not. And I don't think Turmalis is under the sway of Nanoth Tyradun. Anyway, it's cool that this was the very end of episode 2. Was Moloch realizing that the Cerebrit was still alive. Oh, there's Turmalis.
You summoned me? I'm listening. What is the meaning of this?
He has stood here in this manner now for 10 minutes straight.
It's down there.
What?
The Cerebrit. You cannot mean... The same Cerebrit I killed with my own blades on Ire. And it is not alone.
More Zerg?
No. More Protoss.
Nice. Well, let's get to it then. That was the end of episode 2. So I assume that these Severak's legacy Protoss, who are following Nanoth Tyradun, or really Tyradun, who's probably the dominant personality of the Archon, and then the enslaved Cerebrit that he, I guess, resurrected from Scion? I'm not sure. Anyway, deep beneath New Antioch, the Cerebrit Zethes rises to his master's call. His charge to crush the defenders of New Antioch. Not even a Dark Templar's blades can kill the Cerebrit Zethes. What can, then? Shakuras, New Antioch.
It's down there.
What?
The Cerebrit. You cannot mean... The same Cerebrit I killed with my own blades on Ire. And it is not alone.
More Zerg?
No. More Protoss.
And it's the reskinned Severak Protoss. That's cool.
Rise now, Cerebrit. You are given new purpose. And through you, I will see Severak's dream brought to fruition. I Templar Moloch. He holds the secret of the second eye. Take him alive. Kill the rest.
Oh, here we are. We didn't start at fastest game speed. Run, friends? Oh, no, wait. We are playing as Nanotyradun's forces.
Judicator, you are badly wounded. Withdraw.
I'm afraid I must concur. I will send reinforcements as quickly as I can.
Oh my word, hearing Auspex and Zeus Legion in these characters again after so long, it's so neat. Okay, well, let's grab our units. Run away! Run away, crazy-looking Dragoon. So Krillian can shoot ground. That'll be good to know. I hope we don't outright kill any of these characters. You know, 19 years of Krillian, just to have him get killed here, like, right at the beginning of the prologue would be nuts. Are we going to get more units? Okay, no, they spawn from the other side. So there are Dark Templar on here just absolutely slaughtering us. We have no detection.
My Corsair is badly damaged. Initiating recall.
Okay, so Krillian and Turmalis have made it out. I guess let's get in there. We just got to run around these Dark Templar. There's nothing we can do. Just hopefully assume we're going to get more units.
Behold the power of the Eye, Cerebrit. Your broodfather's evolution is complete. These Dark Templar shall prove little challenge.
They've got to be detectors, right? New units? That's good timing. Okay, so they're like Ravissars. Let's get back here and kill these. Nice, they do splash damage too. Run away. Oh, there's Moloch. All right, we got to get him. So our goal is to capture him. We're not trying to kill him. A recent creation of Nanotyradun, the Brood Father, is a mobile detector, uses ranged attacks to support other units. All right.
These creatures have bypassed my cloak. Recall me quickly.
Do not let him escape. Miserable failure of a creature.
Wow. Rude.
We cannot hold against this onslaught.
These Zerg do seem unusually focused.
There is a failsafe in place, to be used as a last resort. Our Dark Templar brethren have installed a massive shield generator beneath the citadel itself. It is capable of producing a nearly impenetrable field, but it will not last long.
Do it, and pray it is enough for us to gain the upper hand.
I assume there'll be another perspective switch.
Heretics, huddle behind your shield. It will not save you from my wrath. You will be cleansed of your impurity.
Custom victory screen. That's cool. Wow, this is great. The voice acting is fantastic. It just seems like a very crisp experience. This is exciting. Battered by Nanotyradun and his enslaved Cerebrit, Antioch's defenders have withdrawn behind an impenetrable shield. With only a short time before the shield falls, the Protoss must quickly formulate a plan to survive the onslaught. Moloch captured? No. Antioch destroyed? No. We failed, but that's probably for the best, because we were playing as the assholes. Okay. On to the next one. Oh, it's going to take us back to the mission launcher. Again, I'm really curious how bank data is going to work on this, if there's going to be optional objectives that have any sort of impact on stuff, we'll see, or if we're going to be able to choose different types of missions. Looks like the timer does not work, but it was mostly cinematics. So it does mark whether you've actually completed them or not. Okay, so let's go to Stop Cut, the real mission 1, as it were. I do like the mission launcher. This is really cool, and then it takes you to a little splash screen, or it might, animated stuff. I wonder if... I don't want to sit on all of these, but I figure, like, if you sit on them long enough, maybe there'd be dialogue. Hope runs thin for Turmalis' forces. With New Antioch under siege, Moloch volunteers for a dangerous gambit. I guess let's just stick with normal for our first playthrough. Maybe I'll replay this on hard on a stream or something. Here we go. Hey, he's walking by. What's up, buddy? Doom has come to New Antioch. Unbeknownst to the city's defenders, it is the Archon Nanath Tyradun who commands these forces through the enslaved Cerebrate Zethies. The horde of Zerg and Protoss has been momentarily repelled by the activation of the city's energy shield, but it will not be long until the shield gives out and the defenders are overrun. Knowing their impending doom, Krillian, Moloch, and Turmalis have gathered for a final war council. Though New Antioch's name is new, the city itself is one of the oldest Dark Templar settlements. Shakuris, New Antioch.
Judicator, the shield will not hold for long.
And when it falls, so shall we.
I'm surprised that you accept defeat so easily, Judicator.
The Kala has taught me to face any fate prepared to me with dignity. I will die fighting, but you shall never see despair in my heart. I still remain open to suggestion, if you have any.
I do. Drop the shield and embrace the Zerg.
That was obscure even by your standards, Moloch. Are you suggesting we give up and let them overrun us?
You know me far better than that, old friend. The Cerebrate controlling these Zerg lies in the catacombs below.
The same Cerebrate you killed on Ire, and yet it has returned to life here on Shakuris.
Indeed, an impossibility that I would understand.
How?
When I destroyed the Cerebrate, I shielded myself from making a psionic connection. This time, I will make contact with it, as Zeratul did with the Overmind. I will learn what force compels this creature. With luck, I will also disrupt the Zerg forces under its control.
Holding them off while you make contact in the caverns below will come at a tremendous cost.
To do nothing is guaranteed annihilation. This may be our only chance.
I fear you are both correct. Moloch, gather your forces. Krillian and I will hold against the Zerg for as long as it takes.
I will do my best not to make a liar out of the good Judicator. But do try to make haste, yes? Adun be with you, Moloch.
And with you, old friend.
Oh, that was Krillian, just hopping in his Corsair. Did not realize that. That's a neat little touch. Okay, here we go. We made it. It's Antioch Episode 3. Looks like a holdout. Shield will drop in a minute 20. Turmalis has Psionic Chain Lightning and Chain Heal. I think those are pretty self-explanatory, I suppose. Psionic Chain Lightning stuns. That's nice. And then Krillian's got Disruption Web again. I think we understand what that does. So let's get started here. Typically in holdout sections, I think Dark Templar can work really well, though I don't know.
This all reminds me of a nightmare I once had. My home was ablaze, the air filled with smoke and the acrid stench of burning flesh as the screams of my loved ones rang out into the night. I was powerless to stop it, my body sinking ever deeper into the ground beneath me.
I am rarely one to openly criticize Judicator, but if you were trying to raise my spirits just now, you have completely and utterly failed in the attempt.
You jest.
A useful necessity in situations such as this. I fear we shall live through many nightmares in the days to come.
I hope that we do.
I also hope we'll survive. There goes the shield. It's great to hear Turmalis 19 years later. He sounds exactly the same. It's great. I just grouped up all my air units because I figure if we rely on Dark Templar early on here and then we just go ahead and snipe Overlords and maybe Observers as they come in, if we can even see them. I purged the Reaver filth from our lands, and I'm just going to build some extra Dark Templar, I think. I think that's realistically all we're going to need. Though there are extra entrances, I just noticed this one up here, so we probably want to make more cannons and station some units back there. And I clumping up all my air units. We can actually leave some of them back there. And then we got these side entrances. I'll leave some Dark Templar there as well. Zealot legs, I guess, and then Singularity Charge, just some basic stuff. We could also go for High Templar, but we have so many scouts, actually, it's really powerful, so may not even have to worry about that. I don't even think this will finish in time. It's only 2.5 minutes. Might as well get our air units in here. Our poor Zealots are gonna die. We don't even need to have them in the front here. We can get in here with Turmalis to heal. Might as well use him. Where's Krillian, by the way? Has he? Oh, there he is. Okay, we wanna actually use him. Oh, I think I F2'd. That was a mistake. That was a big mistake. No, stop, please. Oh god, there's got to be like an undo F2 command. Okay, Krillian can attack ground. That's exciting. I still don't see any overlords, so we should be pretty safe. Well, again, only 1:30. Just make some more Dark Templar for later, but I don't think we're necessarily going to need any more air units. Can we make carriers? Like, they're available here. So are arbiters. Can we even build the prerequisites? Get a few more probes. Yeah, I mean, I could, but I don't think I'm going to be able to afford it in the long term. Yeah, the Dark Templar are really doing it here. Krillian, be careful here, buddy. We don't want to throw you away after this amount of time, after this long. Yeah, so this uses the mass recall mod as its base. I'm not using the retro mod because I don't know if that would work or not. Because the retro mod has not been updated to coincide with the latest core version of mass recall. So I just wanted to wait and make sure that we didn't break anything. It's like unit attack responses and unit models and stuff. That's all mass recall. Though I don't know exactly what the Antioch mod changes on top of the mass recall mod. We may find out later. Only 9 seconds. They didn't hit us back here, which is good because I said I was going to build cannons and I never did. So there's no way this could be the end, right? That was only 2.5 minutes.
I can feel the cerebrate below. We must find a path downward.
Okay, so we're flipping to Moloch, which makes me wonder that we'll probably go back and forth if I had to guess, which is pretty neat.
Shadows in motion.
So we're trying to get down here.
Granted.
Wait, did I just dismiss the tip? No, I wanted to read the Moloch tip. Okay. Habit. Sonic Charge, Whirlwind, and Void Armor. Pretty self-explanatory abilities. Sonic Charge is where he just dashes forward. Whirlwind, he spins and kills some stuff around him. That doesn't do a lot of damage, but that'll be good to just kill Zerglings if he's ever surrounded. And then Void Armor is fantastic just because you get those extra shields. It basically works as a shield heal. I just wanted to see if that worked. It doesn't function like a blink or anything. You're restricted by terrain and line of sight, it looks like. And then we got these fellas, which, like, sorry in advance, guys, but you might die. Oh! Get back there. Save him. This might be one of those situations where your hero can just...
Our foes surround us. This will be no easy task.
Your heroes can just kind of blaze through this themselves. So there are the Broodfathers down here, so those can see Moloch. But as long as you kill those, then he can do this probably himself. We can, we'll keep these guys close just because we don't want to get them surrounded and killed. Get him! Nice, okay. Looks like there's a few different ways to go. I do like the perspective switching. We started playing as Nana Tyradune's forces. Dead ends. Oh, this looks really nice, though. It's like we're in an underground, ancient Dark Templar city. I do know that War Girl was involved in a lot of the terraining for these maps, and she's a pretty prolific terrainer, so this is really nice to see. It's very visually engaging maps, I suppose. The Protoss Fortress was pretty nice as well. Yeah, again, there's 2 different ways to go here. Let's just pick one of them and continue onwards. I'm not sure if there's going to be bonus objectives or anything like that. We'll find out later. But let's just continue this way. All right, there's Broodfathers. Alrighty. I guess we're killing them all here. That's why all the broodmothers are single mothers in StarCraft 2, right? Yep. The best humor here on JayborinoPlays. That's what keeps everyone coming back, right? Get out of here. I do like these Dragoons. Just all the Protoss, the reskin Protoss for the Severac models. Really, really cool looking. Just wanted to test that too to see if we could dash across if we were at the same level. Cannot. It was worth checking at least. Is this all just connected? Yeah, so we don't need to destroy those. Let's continue then. Downward. So I assume we get through this section because we're looking to find and destroy the Cerebrit. We get through this section and maybe we're going to warp back to the outside and continue the holdout. I don't know, because that was really short. Okay, onwards.
These ruins are from the earliest days of the Dark Templar. We have lost so much already. We must save what relics we can.
Bonus objectives. Okay, collect Protoss relics, one remaining in this area, which kind of confirms if there's more than one area, we're probably going to be flipping back outside. I assume that they're going to be more obvious pickups than like these broken statue feet, right? So let's continue onwards. Runaway Zealot. Moloch, get over here and give him some shields, no problem. Took a little health damage there, that's okay. Did we explore everywhere else? I think so. All right, so let's bust this open. There was like something up here. Well, let's just make sure we get the relic and then we can continue on. I can't imagine anything else. Maybe we get reinforcements if we look down different areas? I'm not sure. Like, he only brought four people down here. Come on, Moloch. Okay, so here's the relic. Just using his abilities pretty much every time they're up. Do some cool, like, Sonic Charge and then Whirlwind while you're charging. We'll see if that's possible. Oh, okay, so that's the end of this section. We did get our relic. And we are back outside. I started upgrades, but they didn't complete, so I guess we'll get them this time. We've moved, like, we've changed perspectives, though. Everything's in different places. It's like we've fallen back from the front. There's dead bodies everywhere.
When we first met, Moloch looked upon the ruins of the Temple of Japok and said, "This is what their arrogance has cost us."
Diplomatic as always.
When we came to Shakuras, I believed we would find peace. A new beginning.
And now?
Now I see what my own arrogance has cost us. I fear that Moloch was correct.
This is cool. It's like the battle outside progressed while we were underground from that perspective. So you see all the doodads and like things are on fire. That's neat. I like that quite a bit. Let's grab our final probe on gas here and try to get these to finish. I wonder if maybe these upgrades will also transfer to our units underground. The other thing I want to do, because I don't know where the enemy will continue to attack from, is set more cannons up here, just in case. It's just a little suspicious that this is all set up here, implying that we will get attacked here. So let's set these cannons up. That's great. Okay, so now they're coming from the sides. Dark Templar, get on over here. I guess we can use these guys to defend while we wait for more Dark Templar. We don't have enough Vespene, unfortunately. We can hold them off with our Kali forces in the meantime while we wait for more Dark Templar. I didn't even notice, can we make... Yeah, we can make Dark Archons, that would be pretty neat. So I guess maybe we should move these guys to the sides. Are they still going to attack us from the front? Also, Turmalis, why don't you come down here and heal up some of our Dark Templar? Nice. Yeah, so like the Dragoon response when it's getting attacked, where he's like, drop your weapon, etc., etc. That's mass recall that has them doing that. I'm about 95% certain. Nice. If we can get these Dark Templar with at least +1, I'd like to get +2, but it looked like whatever we had queued up was canceled in between the two sequences. So unfortunately, we were unable to. Nice. These Dark Templar are killing it right now. How's this over here? Dark Templar. Okay, good. Let's get our air units over here to support us. And I guess we should move up the Dragoons as well? Nah, I mean, they're fine. Minute 33, we should be fine. They're not... It doesn't seem like they're coming from over here. We could transition some of these Dark Templar up here. Oh, as I say that, here come a bunch of Zerg. Let's move on in. I guess we could Disruption Web, but our Dark Templar are killing the Hydralisks fast enough that it's not really necessary. And you don't want to Disruption Web... Well, there's the Overlord. You don't want to Disruption Web melee units because then you're going to end up canceling your own units' attacks as well. Which I guess may not necessarily be a bad thing. That chain heal is really good, 150 life, and it works on non-biological targets as well. That's pretty significant. Run! Run! Alright, air units, you're up. Well, okay, no, kill the Ultralisk instead. Excellent. I like how Krillian has the Phoenix attack. It's neat. All right, this is a little more challenging than the last section. It feels like we lost a bunch of the Dark Templar we had in the first section, and we relied pretty heavily on them, and we also purposely killed our Reavers. So I guess I deserve that, right? Yeah, this is going well. We made it. Probably back to Moloch, I assume. All right, buddy. Let's check down here. We're going to the right this time. Well, we got our first relic. I guess there were two remaining in this area, maybe implying there's even another area. I'm not sure. This poor Zealot took some health damage. Let's just lead with Moloch every time. Oh yeah, he just kills those so fast, and our normal units can kill this Zealot. Nice. It's also cool to hear Zeus Legion again. He's very, very... I'm not sure, actually, I was going to say he's very, very good at voice acting. I'm not sure if that is his full-time job or not, but he's definitely a professional voice actor. But again, I'm not sure if that's his, like, sole source of employment or what. But you may recognize his voice because he was Zarash in StarCraft Universe, which Azathan and Delchin and I played through. I think it's been about a year now, maybe more, but... did really, really well in that role as well. He was Dark Templar, sounded very similar, but it's a really, really good Dark Templar voice. All right, let's continue. We're looking for our last relic. We're already about halfway through this area. Looks like we can kill these pretty fast. I see this one up here. Okay, we're safe. Void armor. Blast him. Kill him. Excellent. Now, the interludes we watched earlier were just a little lengthy, but I see them as sort of palate cleansers. And the reason I say that is because Episode 2 had some really, really long dialogue sequences. I'm looking at you, Trench, talking to Turmalis for like 15 minutes, and I think that cutscene was way too long, and it was clearing up some pedantry about like the Kalmorian Combine and just like some basic StarCraft lore that I think was contradictory to what they had originally wrote. So they spent like forever trying to clear it up. So now we're kind of focusing on what matters, which is like we cleared up the cliffhanger right away, which I appreciate. We're not sitting on the cliffhanger for 19 years plus a bunch of extra missions. But so it's like Tyradun is our antagonist. He's trying to carry out Severak's legacy. He's got some Protoss under his command. He's resurrected a Cerebrit that Moloch had killed earlier, so now he's got both of these types of forces under his command. Again, and so I kind of see that as a bit of a palate cleanser. We're not worried. We're not hung up on the pedantry. The stuff that was important from Episode 1 and Episode 2 are still here and in the foreground. There's our second relic. But we're not worried about, like, the stuff that I think the authors may have originally semi-written themselves into a corner. I don't mean that in a derogatory way, but they clearly spent forever clearing it up with that Trench dialogue for a reason. But that's behind us. That's done. So now we can get to Episode 3 and what, like, the core of the story, which is really exciting. I like that. We've moved again. It seems like we've just completely given up on our frontal fortifications here. So now we have to focus probably on the side entrances and...
Judicator, it has occurred to me that we may not survive this day, regardless of Moloch's success.
The thought had occurred to me as well.
Should I fall, allow me to say that it has been an honor to fight alongside you.
Likewise, my dark brother.
Let me also apologize for mistrusting you.
So that's you know, that's getting cleared up as well. Apparently they were suspicious of Turmalis because he trusted Nana Tyradun, but they knew that Tyradun was not a good guy, a good High Templar. So again, that's kind of getting cleared up. And again, I like this. I like this little Krillian Turmalis team. That's pretty neat. I'm glad that Turmalis is still around, and just sort of seeing like the Judicator, Dark Templar groups coming together over a common enemy is nice at this point in like the StarCraft history, I suppose. So got other Dark Templar. Let's put these near the entrances like I've been doing. We could make more. I'm gonna leave these units in this base in case anything gets through, and we're gonna just spread our Dark Templar out to the sides. We have a couple up here plus the cannon, so we should be pretty safe. These poor guys, again, let's back these up. So all in all, what I'm saying is I'm looking forward to the story. Episode 2, there were just some moments where I'm like, okay, I'm not sure what this was about, but I have a feeling like back in like the 1999, 2000s, there was someone posting on a forum like, well, the Kalmorian Combine was actually part of the Dominion. You know what I mean? So they made like a really long cutscene to deal with that. So like I was saying, that's behind us now. It's done. It's been explained a long time ago, and we don't really have to worry about it. So we're actually like knee deep in the actual interesting part of the story, which I'm really, really pleased about. And I may be totally off base with this, and I'm happy to hear any of the current or original creators, if you happen to be watching, to clear that up. And again, not that it's really important. I'm just saying how I'm excited to see what's going to be coming from the future of this story. Also, I mean, this is just, it's a very crisp. I like how they made their own timer, because occasionally Blizzard has broken some timers. In the past, like, the little boxes have been broken, so I'm assuming they're like, we're just going to make our own so we don't have to deal with it possibly getting broken in a future patch. This is just, it's a very clean experience so far, so I don't know. We'll see if we stumble upon any bugs, considering that my episodes tend to be pretty spread out at this point. With StarCraft 2, if there are bugs, there'll be plenty of time for them to be fixed if other people find them before I get to those episodes. So I'll make sure to be updating my versions as well. Turmalis, why don't you be careful, buddy? We haven't had to use many of his abilities because this is normal. Maybe I don't know, maybe I'll switch to hard mode. Are there any secrets that we can only find on hard mode? Someone just tell me now so that I don't get too far into this and then end up having to replay it. But again, like I'm not super into like challenging myself. I'm always a little wary to play on the hardest difficulties on user-made campaigns because everybody's idea of challenge is different. That's for sure. You can look at the original Antioch Chronicles as an indicator for challenge. That's for sure. Oh, we got some units up here. Zealot, you get to survive today. We'll throw you back down here as like our backup force. 4 seconds. Looks like our +2 completed. I wonder if there's going to be another holdout section as well, where like we're penned in on top of our Nexus or something. It's like super desperate. Okay, we're back with Moloch. We have 4 remaining Protoss relics in this area. I'm really, really anticipating what these bonus objectives are for. Oh dear. Spin. Okay, there's a restoration charge here. That's nice. I assume this will work on these fellas. Excellent. I think some of the Moloch lines, maybe they re-recorded some of the original ones, because it seems like there's some old ones and some new ones. That's pretty cool. I understand I spent a lot of this episode just complimenting all the people who used to be involved with this and all the new people, but that's because I think it genuinely does deserve that attention, and this is really, really high quality. I'm happy to see that people are still campaigning in StarCraft 2. And let me be clear, other than Antioch Remastered, more people are making campaign maps, but this has been in dev for 3 years, and it shows. It's palpable how much time has been spent on this. It's very, very clean. And, you know, if anything needs to be changed, probably just like difficulty tweaks or something is the only thing I can imagine might end up needing changed, but it's exciting. There's our next relic. I like how the Protoss warp in. Let's spin. Almost lost the Zealot there. I refuse. Come, get back here. Yeah, you can whirlwind while you're sonic charging, and it looks pretty cool. Alright, so the only way to go is down here through this water.
Speak and be heard.
Moloch, lead the way. Yeah, again, we just kill these guys real quick. It's no problem. We'll keep our normal units back. And, is that an infested Terran? Alright. Well, he's dead. I am now very slowly realizing that this is indeed StarCraft 1. It may look like StarCraft 2. You think, oh, an infested Terran. Harmless. Friendly neighborhood infested Terran. Gonna just, like, do virtually no damage to me. False! StarCraft 1 infested Terrans explode and can kill your hero, like, instantly. So, let's be a little more careful. Because I saw that, I'm like, oh, an infested Terran. That's weird. Oh! And then I started... Then it kind of occurred to me, like, we need to be careful here. Alright, this is unfortunate. We need to get on top of this jerk. Okay, excellent. Let's just move on up with our other units. We're still missing 3 relics, which is pretty significant. Well, one's right here, so I take that back. A restoration charge would be nice, though, because we need to get his shields back up quicker. Void armor is really nice, though, because you do get to keep the extra shields it gives you, just not the shield cap. So, like, he's got 400. Say he's 300 out of 400. You hit it. He goes to 400 out of 500. The extra cap wears off, and then he's 400 out of 400. So you get to keep those temporary shields, just not the cap, which is really, really nice. Oh, here's 3. Looks like we're getting near the end here. Let's just be careful here. One of the... I guess both of these could lead out? Let's try this way. Oh, nice. Okay, well, there was the restoration charge I wanted, and this is a dead end. Okay. I really like the ruined underground ancient city look of this. Because it just ties into the tooltip on the loading screen where I was saying this is like a super old city. Oh, God. Oh, God. No, 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 no. Not like this. No! Well, it's okay. It's all right. I don't know what I expected. I did sort of just run in there, and then I ran away with Moloch thinking, like, I should have just committed, because he could have probably just taken the hit instead of just losing the Zealots outright. Okay. Let's move on, then. No. Well, that's a nice little quality of life thing. That's something that might be overlooked as, like, a very basic feature, but that's actually really nice. Just to make sure that you don't leave until you really want to if you're missing any of the relics. They could, like, use a beacon instead just to make it clear you're at the end. But still, that's actually really nice.
The secret lies within. At last, I will have answers. We meet again, Cerebrit. Now, show me your secrets.
Moloch.
You?
Yes. After centuries, my vengeance has finally come.
How? How is this possible?
The secrets of Japok revealed in his temple.
The eyes. But Japok swore to carry the secret to his death.
So he did. But even Japok could not fully resist the eye's influence. Why else bury the first eye so close to me?
He buried the eye in Sion?
Indeed. And he entrusted you with the location of the second. The eyes knew this day would come. Open your mind. Yes! Resist! Suffer for your sins! Umbra. Very well. Collect the Dark Templar. I will have use for him.
Wow. This is great. This is just great. Okay. With a stroke of his warp blades, Moloch has slain Zethes, scattering the Zerg. New Antioch is saved, but Moloch himself has been captured. Poor Zethes, he's been killed twice, and apparently he's not actually dead, according to the loading screen. Worse, Nanath Tyradun has pried the knowledge of an ancient Xel'Naga weapon from his mind. What exactly the Archon will do with that knowledge remains to be seen. So there's 2 of these eyes. They're Xel'Naga weapons. We saw them in one of the flashbacks. Again, those interludes were lengthy, but I think we're kind of done with that. If I understand, that was, again, it was just, from my perspective, I kind of view that as a palate cleanser. Bonus completed, yes. Relics found, 7 of 7. Let's continue, because I assume this will take us back to the mission loader, indeed. So maybe we'll see what the bonus could do. Maybe it's like some lore tidbits on the launcher, or who knows? I don't know. Well, we won't know until we have some context. Oh, sick. Okay. I was wondering how this would work, because the way that the loader looks... Whoop. Got bounced around there. The way that the loader looks, and you can, like, drag it around, made me think, like, this is maybe there's going to be branching paths. I thought this will probably be branching paths, but I didn't want to make any assumptions. I'm not going to look into these until next time. That was really fun, though. I like how the ones that are available, they're shaking around a little bit, and the ones that we've completed are all frozen in time now. So completed, yes. Bonus completed, yes. The timer's not really working. That's not really important to me, but just worth pointing out as a feature bug. All right, this has been JayborinoPlays. Thanks so much for watching. Again, make sure you get caught up on Antioch if you're confused at all with the story. It's worth it, and if you go to the download page, there's a nice little write-up from the perspective of Krillian. It's like a couple paragraphs long that describes Antioch as well, so you can read up on that very quickly to get caught up if you'd like. But thanks for watching, everybody. Leave your thoughts below. I'm sure that the creators would love to hear any feedback from viewers' perspective, and I'll see everyone next time. Bye now.